up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is 911 Season 4, Episode 1. So I'm really glad to see this show back on TV. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in my life at the end of the video because I don't want to waste any time. But I do have my pearls on for Kamala, the Madam Vice President. And I watched the inauguration today. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but I shouted hallelujah. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so I don't want to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we start off this episode with the lovely song September playing in the background. Do you remember the very first night in September? I don't know the rest of the words, but it's a lot of them, okay? So she's riding her bicycle. They're talking about on the news that this is the first time since the pandemic that people have really been able to get out. So they've been in quarantine for about 6 months. She put on her mask, she get on her bike, and she's rolling out, okay? We also see her, she's biking like on the reservoir, the Hollywood Reservoir. So we also see her pass by this man. He's a worker for the city. He's on the phone with his wife, and he's talking about mini quakes. So apparently they've been having some mini quakes going on around the city. As the woman bikes around the corner, she sees a giant piece of stone, looks like a piece of the dam. And she says, wow, that's not supposed to be there. And then she noticed the water rushing towards her. She's like, Siri, call 911, girl. So Siri calls 911 and she's on the phone with the lady telling them, hey, I'm on, the water is rushing, it's coming. The lady's trying to find out where she is, and the water overtakes her and she screams. Then we see Maddie on the phone with Chimney, and his brother is there with her, and they talking about coffee and can you drink coffee when you're pregnant and whatnot. And Maddie seems really sad that she has to be separated away from Chimney, but he wants to be safe. He's in and out of stuff all the time. So I'm sure that he wasn't want to bring coronavirus home to her. And Buck is like, listen, Hen and, her girlfriend basically went back to their kids months ago. I don't see why you can't go back to your, girlfriend. And Maddie is like, that makes sense. If we moved, what's the point of us moving in together if, we can't be together or whatever? And he's like, I gotta be safe or whatever. So she gets up, her belly is exposed. We see her big pregnant belly. And he's like, is the baby kicking? And she's like, every day. And I felt so bad for Maddie because you can tell that her and Chimney want to be together, but they trying to be safe and do the best thing. But he is missing out on precious moments like his baby kicking. I was like, oh. Oh, and Buck got a boo too that he on the phone with, video chatting with. So, he done messed around and during the quarantine and found him a boo. Then we see Athena at the house. This is her first day back at work. She's kind of reliving what happened at the end of last season. Y'all remember when she got in a fight with the dude and, he beat her up real bad or whatever. So we see that her son is living with his dad after the quarantine was over. She let him go live with the dad. He's all dressed up. He's ready to go to school. And as they're having a conversation between her, Bobby, and the father, you can tell that Bobby and Daddy been talking behind Athena back because he knows she got an herb garden. He knows she about to be on desk duty. And she like, listen, I'm going to need for you to stop talking behind my back, okay? I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. And Bobby is like, are you sure? Maybe she talked to the therapist. And she's like, no, I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine. And, we can always tell she ain't going to be just fine. Like, girl, we can see that you're not going to be fine, girl, but okay. Then we see two co-workers arguing with each other about a meeting. So apparently the woman is upset because the man took the meeting with another junior executive and, she want all her commissions, and they're talking to each other back and forth across the table because they social distancing. And she said something about don't throw me under the bus. And he says, I didn't throw you under the bus. And as soon as they say that, an actual bus crashes into the building and we don't see them anymore. So this has been a terrible accident. How did this bus jump into the air? Right, and crash into this building. So back at the station, Bobby is talking to Hen about Athena and how he feels like, maybe she's not ready to go back to work and he knows that she's not ready. And she says, well, listen, you talking about a woman who does everything by herself. This has made her question herself and everything basically that she stands for as a woman. And I know that you want to help her, but this is something she's going to have to figure out by herself. And she's probably really tired of talking about it. The one thing that she has left that she needs to do is to get back out there. So Bobby kind of agrees with her and they drop the conversation for now. Athena goes to see her captain, and her captain, asks her if she's okay and with her not being on the street. And she says she'd like to take her time, and get back out there. She's not exactly ready to get back out there yet. She says, I just got beat up. It's not the end of the world. And the captain says, maybe not, but with everything else that's going on, do you feel like it could be the end of the world? And she says, oh my God, you sound like May. May is her daughter, if you don't remember. And she says, oh, is she going to college? She says, no, she's taking a gap year. And she was like, oh, okay, do you agree with that? She says, no, I just don't like what she's doing. And we see that May, after she talked all that noise about her mama working her mama job, that where she at, down to the 911, working, okay? Maybe get on my nerves sometimes, but she a good kid. She just get on my nerves sometimes. Maddie is training her, and today is duet day. So Maddie's going to be on the phone, and May is going to type. Back to the bike rider. She's rides by the worker again. He's on the phone with his wife, like I said, and he's trying to get off the phone with her because he says he got some readings, you know, and then he needs to check the readings out at the dam. So then we also see CJ getting on a bus. CJ is special needs. I think he has Asperger's. That's a form of autism for those of you who don't know. And he says he has class for special ed, so he has to go to school today. So everybody greets him on the bus. Tracy greet him on the bus. And then we see another passenger get on the bus. The man, he sits down in the seats that's reserved for handicapped and elderly people. CJ basically says, welcome to the bus, okay? How you doing? But I need for you to move to a regular seat because this seat is reserved for, you know, people who are handicapped or elderly people, okay? The dude is like, listen, I lost my job during this whole pandemic and I'm trying to find me a new job today. So like, if it's all the same, I'm just going to mind my business and you need to mind your business, okay? I can't exactly say I disagree with him because I was like, mind your business, CJ. Worry about yourself. Leave this man alone. Leave this man alone. So back at the dam, the worker sees a crack and everybody feels the, you know, the earthquake. It feels like an earthquake, right? So Buck is looking at his phone and he says, you know, they've been tracking thousands of little micro quakes or whatever. And 911 is preparing at the same time, like, okay, y'all, this is a quake. You're going to start getting some calls. We got to prepare ourselves for everything that's going on. So back at the dam cracks again. The man is just standing up there looking at the dam. I'm like, sir, if you don't get your ass out the way, you going to get, I mean, you ain't even trying to move out the way. And he like, damn, come on, 2020. Don't do me like this. Come on now, come on. And the dam cracks. And the water rushes through and just blows him away. Now, we never saw him no more at the end of this episode. So I hope that he shows up in part 2, baby, because I don't know. We also see the lady who got the 911 call from the bike rider. Then we see the bus crash into the building. So when they on the bus, you know, they going back and forth with the passenger. He like, I ain't trying to hear all of that. You know, the lady is like, I know you're going through, but you need to move or whatever. Because, I mean, CJ just going to repeat the same shit over and over again, child, until you move. So you might as well move. And so he getting aggravated. But CJ notices the washing water that's coming towards them. And he says, we all going to get hit hard. It hits the bus. The bus goes through the business. So we also see that 911 pulls up at the site. They like, okay, they see the bus in the building like, okay, this is for us to do. We got to take care of this. So back at the 911 headquarters, basically supervisor tells her that duet day is canceled. I need you to eavesdrop on all the calls you can so you can start writing down the name of the streets that are flooded. Okay, so we hear the news about the bus crash, you know, that's going on the news. And, you know, Bobby and them, like I said, they're on the scene. They're in the elevator. They going up to, you know, the scene of the crime. So Hen is talking about her mama survived the dam when it crashed in 25, 65 or something like that. And Baldwin Hills. So we know that Hen comes from a nice family, an affluent black family, because Baldwin Hills is like where all the nice, well-to-do black people live in LA. So water does what it wants. It wants to go out to sea, is basically what she's saying. Okay, so we see the two workers there. No, we see one of the workers. The lady is alive, right? And she asks about Keith. Her name is Ashley. The bus starts to shift a little bit because the people are panicking. They're going back and forth. But, you know, they can't shift because the bus will fall out. It will tip out, you know, based on what part of the bus they on. So they screaming at them to stay in the same place, right? And so the guy that's inside of it, because Hen goes to do some what they call triage. I know this because I'm on the triage team, like it's 2021. People be shooting up schools and stuff. So like I'm on the triage team. So I don't know why they put me on it, because I'm gonna be the main one hollering, screaming and panicking. But you basically have to decide who is the most hurt, who needs the most medical attention, who is okay. You know, they'll be okay for now. And then so Hen is doing triage. The bus driver has a dislocated shoulder, but the guy that was complaining, he has a shrapnel in his femoral artery, and he says it hurts so bad, but you know you're not supposed to pull that out, right? But he pulls it out of his leg, and so now it's bleeding. Your leg has a femoral artery that will kill you. So CJ, being the quick thinking young man that he is, he grabs something and makes a tourniquet for this man. This man would have died had it not been for CJ. Now, all you had to do was get your ass up and go sit in them seats back there that was reserved for regular people. But you want to sit your ass in the front, sir, and not look at you. While you was getting smart with CJ, he done saved your life. CJ says Tracy is knocked out. She ain't waking up or whatever. So like I said, after he makes the tourniquet, he's like, I'm working on my eye contact. That's what he says, like, during the whole thing. And if anybody has worked with or has autistic people in their family, you know this kind of behavior is very common for autistic people. And I wonder if the boy is actually autistic or he was or if he was an actor, but he did a really good job playing this character. So we see that Buck and Eddie are working to stabilize the building. They are on a natural gas tank. At least the gas tank ain't gonna blow up is what they said. So the gas tank didn't blow up, not this episode at least. So that's good. They got a tether for him because he can't be going in and out there without a tether, girl. We ain't got time for nobody to be on no bus that's gonna die, period. We see that homegirl, okay, is Ashley. That's her name. Ashley's waking up that was under the bus. She's starting to wake up, and we see that the guys are still securing the bus. And while they seeing the bus, he can see a chimney looks under, and he can see that Keith is under there. And Keith is alive. But how they gonna get them people off the bus with him up under the bus? So while everything is going on, Keith starts to talking, right? And they telling him to shut up. I'm gonna need for you to shut up. Just be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And so he's telling Ashley he was right. You know, he had the meeting without her. You know, the man said he didn't want no woman running his account or whatever the case may be. And the bus started moving back and forth. And they like, boy, shut up, shut up. Basically, the bus is like a seesaw. So they have to rock the bus backwards a bit, get people off, and pull Keith out, like, all at the same time. They get the dude off the bus, and he thanks CJ for saving his life, okay? And CJ just talking or whatever. He reminds him that
these seats are, for people who is handicapped and for elderly people, baby.
He said, I will never make that mistake again. Thank you so much for saving my life. So CJ starts to lose it, right? He's going through. He's like, he's repeating the same thing over and over. He kind of having a panic attack. He's panicking. So Chimney is telling him, hey, we need to get him out of here fast, because Chimney, he about to go. And I don't want to mention that Tracy, when they got her off, she was about to die. They had to get her out of there because she was about to have a brain bleed. So they had to, get her out of there 30 degrees. It was a lot going on at the same time. So like I said, CJ is losing it at this point. He's really upset. And so Bobby tells him to come closer, and Bobby does such a good job of like talking to him and like easing him towards him. Like, it's okay. I need for you to relax. We're going to get you off this bus. We're going to do this together. Like, it was really good work, right? So the boy grabs his hand. As they grab the hand, he tells Bobby, let it go. So they do it. The bus tilts, and they're able to pull Keith out from under the bus. Hallelujah. He apologized to the girl. She like, listen, I still want 100% of my commissions. He was like 50-50. The boy's still trying to negotiate, and he half dead. So back on the bus, it starts leaking fuel, which is a bad problem, okay? So the bus is leaking fuel, and CJ is like, I don't like that, okay? I don't like what's going on. And so everything just explodes. And Lord, I was like, I know Bobby ain't gonna die not the first damn episode. I know y'all lying. So we get update. Buck runs on the bus because he's Buck. And he gets there and he realizes that Bobby is alive.
Bobby is alive.
Bobby is alive, honey. He done jumped on top of CJ, and they gonna be all right. CJ said he ready to get off this damn bus, and I don't blame him, baby. So down to the 911, we find out that there's about to be a landslide, baby. It's about to be a whole landslide. It's about to go left. They got to evacuate people, out the neighborhood. And the thing is like, well, damn, they ain't using their brain. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And the sergeant is like, listen, Athena, I know you said that you got to slide back out there, but girl, we need you to get out there right now because we need our people out there, okay? So also get a call from 911, and the biker that we saw earlier in the episode, she is now trapped underground, but she doesn't know where. So her name is Janelle, and she's in a pipe or something like that, and she says that she's in water, she's not in sewage, and they have to realize, they're telling her that it's about to be a landslide, or Abby and the supervisor, they talking like it's about to be a landslide, like if we don't find her, she's going to get buried alive. Then we flash back to 6 months ago. So 6 months ago, this same lady, Janelle, she checks her mail, and her husband rolls up, and they like, how was your ride on the bicycle? It was great. I just got everything off my mind. The wind was at my back. The hair, my hair was flowing in the wind. It was like everything. And, then we see March come by. They got put on lockdown. She got the text when she was checking the mail. And then April, and then May, and then June, right? And then he's riding up on the bike one day, he falls off the bike, he coughing real bad or whatever. And then July, baby, he done died down to the coronavirus. I said, oh my God, child, this is sad. So the funeral was in like July or something like that in August. She talking to her parents and, you know, she can't see her family. Like, the virus has really, really took a toll on some people. Y'all just found out that my mama had coronavirus. Y'all pray for her, okay? Because she have diabetes and she just found out yesterday. We don't know how long she done had it. My nephew got to stay home. She got to stay there. Like, y'all just pray because coronavirus is real. I don't know who told y'all that it was a lie. I had one uncle pass away from coronavirus earlier this year, and now my mom has coronavirus. So just please keep her in your prayers, okay? So her husband dies, and she promised her husband that she would ride a bike. So she gets the bike. And then in September, we see her getting on the bike. Like we did at the beginning of the episode, this is her first time riding a bike. I said, God damn, the damn done broke. Oh my damn. That's messed up. So she wakes up and now she's talking to Maddie, like I said, about her husband and not a promise that she made to him to ride bicycles. So she asked her, do you see a junction box or some kind of box in there? So she's like, yeah. She's like, well, do you keep tools to work on your bicycle? And she says, yeah. So she says, listen, I need you to try to bust the lock on there, open it up, and hit the call button. And so she tries to bust the lock. She tries to bust the lock, and then she gets so sad, and she starts crying about she missed her husband. Her whole family is in Wisconsin. She ain't got nobody. Oh, Lord, I feel so bad for Janelle. I was like, Janelle, please, Janelle. So she like, girl, you can do it. You can do this. Bust that shit open, okay? That's what you can do. And Janelle said, I hate 2020, and she busted that damn lock. She hit the call button, and guess what? Help is on the way. Okay, they coming to get her. So they came to got her, and they said she wasn't nowhere near Hollywood, child. She was way out somewhere by the ocean. When she come out, she like, why can't I smell the ocean? And we could see that the ocean is right there. So what Hen said about the water getting back to the ocean is dead ass true, okay? Because the water was finna overtake her ass and swoop her right on out to the damn ocean or the landslide or whatever was going on, right? So now we see Athena is at the crime scene. Or Athena is at the scene where this person will not leave the house and will they not evacuate. So she goes up to the door and she can tell that the lady is inside, you know. So she opens the door. She's trying to figure out, okay, is the lady under duress? And the lady's giving her excuses and shit. And so she pull up her shoes like, girl, these shoes are brand new. Like, what is going on? And she's like, you know, it's dangerous out there. You know, I don't want to go out there. And we realize this woman ain't left her damn house in 7 years. So Athena is sitting there talking to her, you know, telling her about Bobby, was worried about her, and you know, it took everything in her soul to get up this. I mean, really giving this hoe a pep talk. I done left that hoe. Because after I asked you 3-4 times to get out the house and tell you your whole house is finna fall into the earth, sis. Like, good sis. I'm not finna sit up in there with your ass. So as soon as they getting 1 foot out the damn door. Now in the middle of this, you know, May realizes that her mama is out there. So thank God for May, because they're going to realize they need to go out there and save Athena ass, okay? So soon as this lady gonna take a step out the door, this bitch say, I can't leave the house. I can't do it. I can't do it. So Athena walks back in the house, or she goes back in the house to get this lady. As she's going back in the house, the whole damn house fell off the side of the hill. I said, I ain't got time for this. Y'all not gonna kill the executive producer of this show in the first episode. Athena just got back to work. Why do y'all do this to these black people on these shows? I don't understand. We cannot take all this goddamn stress. Okay? This is too much for me. I'd have left that hoe right in that house to perish into the earth. She would have perished, okay, had it been me. So I thought this episode was amazing. It was stressful. Y'all know 911 stressful as hell. I don't think I reviewed it before, but I'm so glad that I'm reviewing it now. So I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends. Now, I want y'all to follow me on Instagram, because I'm doing a little bit more on Instagram, and I want y'all to follow me now, because I'm a hot girl, okay? So what I wanted to tell you, for you guys who follow me, y'all know I've been trying to search for a house. You know I've been looking. I've been having terrible luck. Every weekend I'm out here trying to find a house. They ain't got no parking. People bid on the house. It's too damn expensive. Everybody wants too much money for their house. Their house ain't worth that, okay? If you ain't got no granite countertops, if you got white appliances, if you got carpet, like, don't be expecting to get no whole bunch of money for you. Yeah, it's 2021. You got to come with some kind of upgrades. Everything ain't got to be upgraded. But don't be asking me for no all money. You got laminate countertops. You ain't even got quartz. Like, you ain't even got upgraded laminate. Like, y'all tried us. Don't do that. But I decided to start looking at some new builds and just build me a house of my own. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build me a house of my own. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. I signed the paperwork. I've already started. I got my design studio appointment, and I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be building the house. Now, there's also some more news I'm going to be telling you pretty soon, okay? So you guys stay tuned for that news. It's going to blow your mind. I promise you that. It's a lot of stuff going on, though, baby, all at the same damn time. So, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. Queen Sugar is coming back February the 16th, and I am excited about it. They got season 5 and season 6 already renewed. I feel like season 6 is going to be the last season, but we still got 2 seasons to go. So I'm so happy to be back with you. I miss y'all a lot. So like I said, I will holler at you next time. Peace.